Hi, new coaches. I just wanted to make a follow-up video just kind of expand on one of my tips in my top 10 tips for new coaches. So the learning the business and being a student tip is really important, and I just want to share with you a little bit of how I did that, and I found it to be very effective because in the time that you're really going to be learning a lot of new information is in your first month, and that's also the time that you really need to be focusing on your own journey and getting your own health and fitness kick-started. So it seems like those are two big bites of the apple to take at the same time, and they are, but it doesn't have to feel that way if you do it the way I do it, or I did it. And it's actually still the way that I, get my learn on still. So the number one thing that I was doing to learn and to tap into all the resources is listening to old team calls and national wake-up calls while I was doing something else. So if I'm driving on my commute to run errands, whatever I'm doing, whenever I was in the car, I was listening to something. And that is why you will see YouTube videos from me while I'm driving, because I like to multitask and make use of the time in the car if I'm just in my neighborhood or something, driving slow. So make use of otherwise wasted time, such as time in the car. Listen. So there's links, and I will share them with you again, to old team BTFP calls. And there's links to the Bombshell Dynasty team calls. So all kinds of things that you can just listen to. Darn near every coach on Beachbody's, top 10 list or top 50, whoever. There are 1,000 YouTube channels for coaches. So find a couple of people that you like their style, you like their brand, and listen to them, subscribe to them on YouTube, and just play their videos. And it doesn't really matter that it's not from me or from a coach in our direct team. It's all kind of the same information. And something that I really enjoyed was hearing the same basic stuff again and again and again, but from different people, because everybody has their own style of communication. So after you hear it a couple of different times, it might not click for you until the fourth or fifth time, and you heard the way that one particular coach explained it, and it kind of like registers, and you're like, yeah, I get it. So, and that takes a lot of listening to calls and videos and stuff like that, but filling otherwise useless time with something that's going to be really useful to you in the beginning is my number one way that you can get your learn on. Now, if you don't have a commute that's very long, or you're not in the car a lot, another way to do this would be, to do it while you're doing dishes or doing laundry or whatever. I always have something on if I don't have to use my brain to, be doing analysis. If I can be listening at the same time, I will. And that is my top tip, I guess, really for how to learn the business in the beginning. And another resource for that, I think I said it already, is the National Wake Up Call. So if you have an iPhone, you get the Podcasts app on your phone. It's like the free app that comes on your phone already, and just subscribe to the Beachbody National Wake Up Call. You're going to probably want to skip the first 15 minutes of the call, because they do a bunch of housekeeping items and prattle off names of people that have rank advanced, and I can't stand to listen to that. But they have a guest speaker, and it's usually a rock star coach that is telling you, their story and what works for them. So that part of the National Wake Up Call is really, really helpful. Actually, the beginning part is okay, because they're telling you about, whatever's new, what products are coming out, what the promo is going to be, just kind of housekeeping items that you might find useful. I typically get that information elsewhere, but it's there. So that's what you would be skipping if you skip the first 15 minutes. So, okay, recap. old team calls from our team, from Team BTFP, from Bombshell Dynasty, from other coaches on YouTube, from the National Wake Up Call podcast, any other podcasts on Beachbody that you can find. I'm sure there's a few more. Those are the things you need to be listening to, and do it in downtime, in multitasking time, so you're not taking away from, you're not putting too much on yourself in the beginning, because the key part of the beginning, in addition to learning, is working on yourself. So if you want to take the great attitude of listening and learning all this stuff is working on yourself, then more power to you. But I'm here to tell you it's okay to multitask that stuff and still get your learn on. So I hope you do. If you need some more resources or direct links or whatever, just hit me up for that, and I will share with you what I'm listening to. And best of luck.